3 years of intense training starts. With Khalifa, Kale, and Fasha would train with Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan. Everyone else would get stronger than canon. Khalifa, Fasha, and Gohan would get Super Saiyan, and Goku would also be able to control his Super Saiyan form. But I feel like with having way more training partners that are all equally strong, I feel like Goku will be able to get Super Saiyan Grade 2. Kale would have more of a hard time getting the Super Saiyan transformation, but lately she has been distracted since Khalifa has been focusing more on Goku, and this would make her jealous. The only reason she doesn't rage out is because she still has Fasha to talk to, and Fasha would just tell her that Khalifa is focused on trying to defeat the androids, so Kale would believe Fasha and would control herself. 3 years would pass, and everyone would meet up. They would eventually look for the androids, and like normal, Yamcha does find them, but he still gets his energy taken. The others would get there, and they would move locations. Goku would fight 19, and the battle would pretty much go the same. Goku going down because of the heart virus. Yamcha would take him back home, and Khalifa is ready to fight 19. But 19 gets kicked by someone, and this is of course Vegeta. But he is with someone. This person is Kaba? Well, when Vegeta went to space, he went to an abandoned planet so he can train. But while he was training, he met Kaba, and they both caught up with each other. Kaba explaining how he got on the planet since his ship ran out of gas, so he was left on this planet. But back to the android fight, Vegeta would fight 19 and Kaba would fight Jiro. They both are demolishing their opponents. Vegeta will kill 19 as Kaba is about to kill Jiro, but Jiro will make a smoke screen, sending a ki blast on the ground. After the smoke screen clears, Jiro is gone. Vegeta is a bit disappointed that Kaba let Jiro escape. Kaba apologized as the future warriors arrive. Once they hear everything that happened, they soon figure out that they are in the wrong timeline, but they decide to still help out. So everyone looks for Jiro's lab, and they are eventually able to. Future Khalifa would blast the lab, but two figures are shown. This is of course 17 and 18, and they would unleash 16. Both Trunks and Future Khalifa are shocked to see another android. The androids would ask for Goku, but of course nobody's gonna ride on Goku's location. So a fight would happen, but even with having more fighters, they all will still get bodied by the androids. 18 will still kiss Krillin, and they would head off. Krillin would give everyone a senzu bean, and like normal, Vegeta would leave being disappointed that he lost to the androids. Kaba and Trunks would want to follow him, but Vegeta tells them to stop following him, and they listen as Vegeta leaves. Like normal, Piccolo would head to the lookout, and everyone else would go to Goku's location and would move him to a different location. Piccolo would have fused with Kami, and he would fight Cell, and still Cell would escape using the solar flare. But back at Kame's house, everyone is still thinking on what to do. But eventually the androids would arrive, and like normal, Piccolo would fight the androids. He would take them to a different location, and Khalifa did want to join, but Piccolo would have told her that she stands no chance, and right now he is the strongest person who can stand against the androids. So he would leave, and he would fight 17. Piccolo here is a little stronger since he had more training partners, but this fight wouldn't change too much. During this time, Goku would have recovered, and like normal, he would tell everyone about his plan and training in the Hyperbolic time chamber. So like normal, they gather everyone, and they would go to the lookout. And now they are wondering who is going to go in first. And Vegeta would decide to grab both Trunks and Kaba and would drag them into the room. Now the only reason I did this was because I don't know if Vegeta would only pick one of them, because he does have a good relationship with both of them. So I decided that this would be the safest option. Even though they would get less time, they do have an extra training partner. So Kaba, Vegeta, and Trunks would all train and receive massive gains. They all would get Super Saiyan Grade 4 or Perfected Super Saiyan. Once their time was up, they would leave the Hyperbolic time chamber and they would look for Cell. By now, Cell would have already absorbed 17, and now he is looking for 18. Goku would have went in the Hyperbolic time chamber with Gohan, and their training would pretty much go the same. Once Vegeta and the others found Cell, Vegeta would fight him, but Vegeta having grade 4, Cell is getting destroyed. He can't even do nothing against Vegeta, so like normal, Cell would want to tell Vegeta to let him absorb 18 and he would get a lot stronger. Vegeta would like normal would allow him, but Trunks would try to stop him. Now Cabba is in a weird situation. He does understand Vegeta and why Vegeta is doing this, but he can also see why Trunks is trying to stop Vegeta. But I feel like Cabba would mostly join Vegeta's side since he is a Saiyan from Universe 7. And so he starts to think, how strong can Cell really be if he just absorbs 18? So he would just stand there and watch. Eventually Cell will be able to absorb 18 and he becomes perfect. Vegeta would smile and he would start to fight Cell. Vegeta is actually giving Cell a challenge. But once they start to use more of their power, then Vegeta starts to get bodied by Cell. Cell would knock him out and Cabba would be shocked by Cell's power. He knows he can't win, so he looks over at Trunks and the two would power up the Super Saiyan. They both would charge at Cell, but Cell would stop them, telling them to save their strength for the Cell games. They are confused, but Cell would tell them about the Cell games. Then he would fly off, and Cabba and Trunks is shocked, so they decide to grab Vegeta, and they're about to head out, but they do notice 16, and they both don't see the point in keeping him alive. Before 16 can say anything though, Trunks would send a blast at him, disintegrating the android. Once they head out to the lookout, they would explain to everyone about the Cell games, and how they have 10 days to train. So they would wait for Goku and Gohan to leave the Hyperbolic time chamber. Eventually Gohan and Goku do leave the time chamber in their Super Saiyan forms, and they are informed about the Cell games. So like normal, they are just gonna chill for the rest of the time. So Vegeta will want to go back into the Hyperbolic time chamber, but there are still a few people who haven't gotten to go in yet, so he has to wait. This makes him mad, and he just flies off, and Cabba and Trunks follows behind him. So Khalifa and future Khalifa will go into the Hyperbolic time chamber, and I mean, why wouldn't they go with each other? This is literally the same person. So they would walk into the Hyperbolic time chamber and they both would train intensely, and they would get Super Saiyan grade 4, and once time is up, they would leave. Next up is Kale and Fasha, and once they walk into the Hyperbolic time chamber, Fasha would try to help Kale get the Super Saiyan transformation. So one day she pushes Kale over the edge, and Kale would scream, with an intense green aura would surround her, and she bulks up in size as her pupils disappear, and Fasha looks in horror as she sees Kale transform into her berserk Super Saiyan form. Kale would rush at Fasha, and Fasha would send barrages like Ki blasts, but they do nothing to Kale. Kale would start beating the life out of Fasha, and Fasha can't do nothing about it. Kale would have sent a blast at Fasha, and Fasha was consumed in the blast, but luckily for her, she was still alive, but badly injured. At this point, she just watches as Kale walks up towards her. Kale will grab her by her hair, and Kale is ready to kill her, but Kale will look closely at her face, and Kale looks terrified. She would say Fasha as tears starts to fall down on her face. Kale would de-transform as she falls unconscious. Fasha would be shocked by Kale's power, but before she could even process more, she also falls unconscious. Some days in the Hyperbolic time chamber would pass, and Kale would wake up shocked to see a bloody Fasha. She wouldn't know what to do, and she couldn't remember what happened, so she waits till Fasha wakes back up. So once Fasha wakes up, she's still badly injured, but she can stand up. Kale would ask her what happened, but Fasha simply says she trained it too intensely. Kale is suspicious of Fasha. She started to act weird, but for the rest of the time, they would do light training, and Fasha was able to get Super Saiyan grade 3. And she also did have a big Zenkai boost whenever she healed up fully. But unfortunately for her, she was never able to get perfected Super Saiyan. So once they head out, Piccolo heads into the Hyperbolic time chamber, and his training would pretty much go the same, with him just training alone. Eventually 10 days would be up, and they would arrive at the Cell games. Cell would greet everyone, happy to see so many strong fighters, and wanting to fight someone, he says who is up first. So like normal, Goku would fight Cell first, and their battle would pretty much go the same. But the only thing that wouldn't happen is Goku doesn't use instant transmission Kamehameha because, well, he doesn't have instant transmission. So Goku would eventually give up and let Gohan fight. So Cell and Gohan would fight, and this battle also goes the same, with Cell trying to unlock Gohan's anger. So he creates the Cell Juniors to go beat up everyone else, and Gohan would look at everyone getting beaten up, but he still can't find his anger. And since 16 is dead, he can't give Gohan that speech to make him unlock that anger. Cell starts to get bored just to see Gohan whining. So he tries one more thing and calls for all the Cell Juniors to hold down Gohan. They will do this as Gohan can't move. Cell instantly attacked the Z Fighters, so he starts with the weaker fighters, killing Yamcha and Tien, and everyone is shocked. Before they have time to process what happened, Cell teleports right in front of Trunks, blasting a hole in his chest, instantly killing him. But Cell wasn't done there. He wanted to make sure Gohan was able to unlock this rage, so he attacks Goku, brutally beating him. Before anyone can help Goku, it's too late, as Cell sends a death beam straight to Goku's heart, killing him instantly. Gohan looks in shock to see his friends and his father die in front of him, and he couldn't do nothing about it. Gohan, with tears coming down his eyes, he would start thinking that he was just too weak. He just stand there while people were being beaten, even killed. Gohan couldn't contain his rage, as an intense aura would blow back all the Cell Juniors. Gohan screams as his hair would start to stand, and he is surrounded by electricity. Gohan has just transformed into Super Saiyan 2. But this wasn't the only person with a rage boost. Vegeta and Future Khalifa, seeing Trunks killed, made them both snap. They would both power up, having a rage boost. And present Khalifa, seeing Goku die, made her also enrage. She would scream as she also gets a rage boost. They all would charge at Cell, with Cell saying, "This should be entertaining." If you guys did enjoy this part, why not like, comment, and subscribe? It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. But tell me in the comments below what you think what would happen in the next part. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.